The first season of The Simpsons is easily the black sheep of the series. With only 13 episodes, and technically the only season to ever air in the 80s, this season almost seems like a different show. So much so that the Simpsons family doesn't even act like themselves in this season. In fact, a decent amount of the characters act differently, like Skinner. He stutters a lot in Simpsons roasting.
The fourth grade will now favor us with a medley of holiday favorites.
Also in the same episode, while Homer's at Santa school, Homer goes to a punch as his violence of choice, rather than strangling.
What would you like, little boy?
You're not really Santa, Tubby.
Why, you little...
No, Homer.
He also, just a couple episodes later, attempts to end his life by jumping off a bridge. And in another, he pawns the TV. Which are both things that later Homer would never do. The rest of the family has differences as well. Marge can be shown to be a drunk in There's No Disgrace Like Home. Lisa is just sad for apparently no reason in Moaning Lisa. And she's very childish in other episodes, like in Bart the Genius. Which are two character traits that are not used a ton anymore for Lisa. I actually prefer this Lisa more to how the later seasons do it. And Bart, we love Bart. The character designs of the series regulars is also very different, mainly with the hair being off and the skin color. This is where we actually get the Yellow Lou, Yellow Lewis, and Yellow Judge Snyder. And Black Smithers and Black Sherry and Terry's dad. Both of those two actually are in the same episode. This lady behind Marge doesn't have a nose. And look at this crowd shot. Now it's time for a segment I like to call Random Locals from Springfield. In today's episode, we look at a bunch of random locals from Season 1. Throughout all 13 episodes, here are some random locals. Kids in Line for Santa, Daria, Dr. J. Lauren Pryor, young Marge, Pelswick-looking girl behind Martin's family at the opera, Kids on a Field Trip, Plant Gate Guard, Guy in Suit Drinking Coffee, The Winfields, People at City Hall, The Crowd, 3 people with normal skin color, Smithers Guards, Homeless Drunk, People at Burns' Picnic, The quote-unquote Good Family, Dinner Families, Dr. Marvin Monroe, Weird Pawn Shop Guy, Simpsons Doppelgangers, Nelson's Goons, Employee at the Arcade, Howie and his mom, also at the arcade, Proto Ralph, Bob in Act 1, Family in the Woods, The Ranger, Guy at the Movies, Candyman, Other Old People, Bowling Alley Guy, Eugene Fisk and his dad, Rusty Barnacle Waiter, Princess Cashmere, The Ending Singer, SWAT Team, Police Sketch Artist, Everyone in the Court Case, Power Plant Employees, and the Howard Flowers Guy. This concludes today's Random Locals from Springfield. Tune in next time when Carl might be mentioned. Springfield itself is very different here. It doesn't seem to have a layout at all. The familiar locations that appear in the future are very rough looking here. Most Tavern gets a facelift a few times. Burns' office looks a lot less menacing than it will ever else look. The elementary school is a bluish gray rather than that tannish orange that it will become. And the Simpsons house. The Simpsons house is very different and also really confusing too. Every room looks a bit off. Like, look at the TV room. Firstly, it is way too different, and what is this painting? There are a few weird loop paintings around the season. And what the hell is this doorway? In fact, there are more of them. Both around Moe's Tavern and the Simpsons house, there are also multiple mouse holes for some reason. This season loved mouse holes. And the Quickie Mart was originally called the Quickie Mart. Throughout this season, a lot of the familiar locations of later Springfield are also non-existent, obviously due to lack of development over the 13 episodes. It's more important that we meet the characters than the town. But there were a lot of different businesses around Springfield that are more or less relics of Season 1. Stores like Mart, the pawn shop, the aged shoe store, the candy store called Candy Most Dandy, and Howard's Flowers, which is surprisingly a flower shop. Also, every store in the mall. There's restaurants like the Roller Skate Drive-In that Marge works at for barely even a shot. The most annoying restaurant ever, the Singing Sirloin, where the waiters sing to you, Short's Coffee Shop, and the Rusty Barnacle also appear. There's also a toxic waste dump. Bob has his RV roundup. The Fiesta Terrace, which is where the Season 1 top-tier character Jacques lives. Side note, Jacques is an amazing character. I could talk about him for a while. I won't, but I could. So I might eventually. Oh, there's also the Jazz Hole, which is a club that has live jazz music. There's a lot more locations too. The show in Season 1 was a lot weirder than it is now. And that's saying a lot. The Simpsons is a weird show. There's a lot of straight angle shots here, which later Simpsons strayed away from. For good reason, too. They don't look right here. In the earlier produced episodes like Bart the Genius and Homer's Odyssey, there are a good amount of gradient backgrounds. Don't get me wrong, I think they look nice, but very out of place. The animators and storyboard artists were still finding their footing, clearly, but this also made for a lot of creative shots and sequences in this season that might not really fit later Simpsons. There's a shot from within a trash can.
I'm gonna get you again tomorrow, Simpson.
Is 315 good for you? Not really. Too bad. Oh no.
Oh man, that guy's tough to love.
And the dream sequences are cool. They have a good mood to them. Like in Bart the Genius's sequence, with the black and white animation and the pink highlights of the numbers on the train.
On. At the second stop, half the passengers plus 2 get off, but twice as many get on as got on at the first.
Bart?
The dream sequence in Life on a Fast Lane is amazing too. I wish we got more like this. It's just really nice to look at. It has the same thing that the dream sequence did from Bart the Genius, but I don't know, it just feels better.
I've been waiting for you. Come in, my captivating one. May I have this dance?
Sure. Whoa!
For a season that only lasted 13 episodes, it feels like its own special era of the show. I wish there was more of it, honestly, because the feel of this season is like nothing else in the franchise. Not even the Tracy Ullman shorts are quite as Season 1 as Season 1.